Oh, you must be the new battle trainer I've been hearing all about. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Nia. I'm one of the battle trainers here in Ferrum. There's lots to see around here. But don't worry, I'll make sure you know your way around. I battle alongside my trusty partner, Weavile. Have you ever seen a Pokemon this cute? I doubt it. Huh? He was just sleeping over there, but where did he go? I'll introduce you guys some other time. Right then, first things first. Welcome to the Ferrum Battle. Working as one with your partner Pokemon and facing off in intense one-on-one battles is what makes Ferrum battles great. But first, you'll need this to get started as a battle trainer. Here's your Battle AR. When you wear this, you'll be able to synergize with your Pokemon in battle. Your Battle AR uses something called a Synergy Stone. There's actually a lot we don't know about them. But hey, we'll get into the details later. Make sure you take care of it. It's so exciting thinking about the brand new journey you're just starting out on. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what sort of trainer you turn out to be. I'll give you whatever assistance I can, so just try to have some fun out there. Right then, let's get you registered. You'll be able to change your partner Pokemon later. For now, choose whichever one feels right for you. This is the Ferrum region, where we are now. It's a huge island surrounded by nothing but the ocean itself. Ferrum battles are super popular here, if you hadn't already guessed. The types of battles differ a bit from city to city, so I'll just give you the short and sweet version. To start off, right now we're here in Old Ferrum Town. Don't worry, whenever we head to a new area, I'll give you the rundown. Next up is right here, Ferrum Stadium. This is where the Ferrum League is held. This is a single-player mode where you battle your way to victory in the official league. Next up is Teller Town, I suppose. Here you can join in casual matches against CPU opponents. Did you hear? There have been some strange battles going on at the haunted house recently. Do you think it's because of those rumors saying that you'll get something nice if you battle there? Check it out if you're interested. When you want to battle against your friends, you should head over to Selen Island. There, you can battle using 2 controllers. If you want to battle with some nearby friends, you can also use local communication. Head to Thalia Beach if you want to. And then there's Neos City, where you can battle against online players from around the globe. You can check out battle replays here too. In Techna City, you can learn all sorts of stuff about battles and practice a bit too. I'll give you a nice little walkthrough in the tutorial. Alrighty then, guess I went on a bit longer than planned. Feel free to start off wherever you want, but I think you might be best off heading to Techna City to play through the tutorial. In the Ferrum League, Here, you can learn about Ferrum Battle. In the tutorial, I'll teach you in free training, you can use a number of settings to practice. If you have 2 controllers, you will also be able I'd recommend starting off with Oh, right. You can use the pause menu during battle to check your Pokemon. Use your Pokemon. In this course, Now then. Alrighty, go ahead and You can use the directional buttons to move around the field. You can also jump with the B button. If you press the same direction twice on the directional buttons, you can dash step forward and back or side to side. Okay, Next up, we'll learn how to press this button to use long-distance attacks are called. Try to land a Nice! Next, press this button. You'll launch an attack. There you go. Now you're getting it. Alrighty then. All battles consist of 2 at the start of the battle, where we are. And this is dual phase. You can tell which phase you're in by checking. Now then, how do you go about changing phases? Well, if you land a certain type of let's check out. Alrighty, try to hit your. Okay, now. In dual phase, you can dish out some serious damage. Here's where the real, but you'll need to. The way you move around differs a bit. Let's practice moving around. By pressing forward twice on the directional buttons, you can perform a forward dash step. By pressing back twice on the directional buttons, you can perform a backward dash step. You can jump using the B button. In dual phase, the action is highly varied. All right, that should be good. You can also just land a bunch. Send them flying back in. Someone with wits like yours has probably already. Battles will involve shifting back and forth. Plus, when you cause a phase shift, you'll get a nice little bonus. And by that, I mean you'll fill. We'll talk more about how to use. Right, you can block. By blocking, you can all but completely Alrighty, just hold down the R. Whenever you're in a pinch, just press. All right, keep an eye right here on the screen. This is your synergy gauge. Your synergy gauge will fill up once your synergy gauge is full. Try pressing the L and... Your Pokémon used its synergy burst. Your Pokémon will be superpowered while it's in wreak havoc. You can use a burst attack once during every synergy burst. Try using a burst attack. Land a hit to you definitely.
Tutorial finished.
Use your Pokémon. In this course, I'll tell you all you need to know about that. Press this to perform a long distance. It's great because you can use these attacks to shift into dual phase, even from a distance. This is what you'll want to strive for in field phase. Try to land a few forward rate. Press the X button while jumping in field. Land a hit, and you'll want to get the timing right, just as you jump to dodge an oncoming attack. Try to land a jump attack. Keep it up. During dual phase, if you land a hit with the Y button, press the Y button. Land consecutive hits to get a... This is what we call land a Pokken. While you're still getting the hang of battles, a counterattack absorbs an incoming attack and quickly dishes out a counterblow. Time it just right, and you'll be able to strike back. You can use counterattacks in... Try... Latch onto your opponent and land blow up by using grab attacks. You can... On top of that, grab attacks are always super effective against counterattacks. being said, they're not very effective against normal attacks. Use a grab attack on your opponent. Nicely done! Counterattacks beat normal attacks. Grab attacks beat counterattacks. And normal attacks beat grab attacks. Basically, this attack triangle is like a fancy game of rock, paper, scissors. Trainers who master this attack triangle will take control of the battle. Probably. This thing over here is called the support. Your support gauge will fill up as time passes. And once your support gauge is full, press the L button and try calling in. It'll come in and use one of its... Nicely done! During the planning time before each round, you can switch out you can choose which support Pokémon you want to use from your active support set. You can select a support Pokémon that suits your battle strategy, or maybe even select a support Pokémon that'll help you out against a particular opponent. Support Pokémon come in 3 different types: Attack, Disrupt, and Enhance. Attack-type support Pokémon come in handy when you want to deal out damage and push your opponent back. Disrupt-type support Pokémon typically swoop in to block your opponent's movements. Sometimes they can even counter your opponent's attacks. Enhance-type support Pokémon will power up your Pokémon or heal. Pick a support Pokémon that suits your playstyle. Sometimes, when you use support Pokémon, your battle Pokémon will receive a status. These statuses include positive statuses and negative statuses. First things first, positive statuses. While you're under the effect of a positive status, you'll get some sort of advantage. For instance, Eevee will give you a positive status that grants you a temporary increase to your The effect depends on the support Pokémon, but things will be in your favor while you have a positive status. Next up, we have get hit with a negative status, and you'll temporarily be at a disadvantage. Take Emolga, for example. He'll hit you with an attack that temporarily reduces your speed. Use these statuses to your advantage. Between rounds, I'll drop in to... Depending on whether you win or lose a round, your support, there are several types of... There are cheer skills that are in effect from the first round, as well as those with special effects. Sometimes, during field phase, you'll find power scattered around. You can pick up this power to fill up your synergy gauge. Power on the field will disappear if you don't pick it up after a certain... Go ahead and pick up the power that... The tide of the battle can really change depending on where the power appears on the field. Now, let me tell you a bit about each battle Pokemon's recommended actions. Why don't you try this out? Nice! Next, give... Nicely done! All right, and now this. Nicely done.
Tutorial finished.
Which Pokemon are you battling with? In this course, I'll teach you a few techniques. During duel phase, press down on the directional... While in low stance, press the X button while in low stance to use an attack to try to land an attack from low stance. Okay! By pressing up on the directional button. By pressing the Y button in a high stance, you can press the X button. Try to use an attack. There you go. Now you're getting it. You can hold down the button. It'll take some time to... You'll deal more damage, and you'll also... By charging up your counterattack, you can increase... Try to charge... During a counterattack, use the directional buttons and R button to cancel and move into a dash step. This is simply called a... You can use counterattacks to deflect your opponent's attacks and then cancel. Try to cancel a counter... Nicely done! Piercing attacks are special moves that cannot be blocked by counterattacks. For example, counterattacks with a fully charged hold become piercing attacks. Your best bet with counterattacks is to take the initiative and get the first move in. In field phase, you can also hold the last hit of a homing attack to make it a piercing attack. Your Pokémon won't take any hits while knocked down, and it'll get back up on its own, too. But this will give your opponent the chance to move in for an attack. Depending on the attack, you may take some damage regardless of whether you had your block up or not. This is called block damage, but you'll never be KO'd by block damage. If you keep blocking against an attack, you'll notice that the block will start to turn red. If you don't release it, you'll eventually get hit with a guard break. When you're hit with a guard break, you will be left momentarily defenseless. How many attacks you can endure before getting hit with a guard break depends on the Pokémon. Blocking is important, there's no doubt about it. But try not to get hit with a guard break. While in Synergy Burst, you won't be stunned from taking a few small hits. So you can move in for the attack without worrying about your opponent's ranged attacks one bit. Try to hit an opponent using a ranged attack with a homing attack. There you go! Now you're getting it! When your opponent uses their Synergy Burst, you'll want to try to use the X button for strong attacks to stun them, or grab attack to try to stop them from getting in any attacks. You can link up one attack with the next. This is what we call a combo. Let's try to land a simple combo. First off, try out this. You don't have to master high-level combos right away, but it might be fun to try things out once you get the hang of battling. I'm sure you've already noticed that battle Pokémon all have different amounts of HP, right? On top of that, how quickly the Synergy gauge fills up and how long a Synergy Burst lasts also differ from one Pokémon to the next. Crazy, right? There are all sorts of different battle stages, and the battle arenas themselves vary slightly in shape and size. Battle Pokémon all have their strengths and weaknesses, and you'll have to be ready to switch up your fighting style from time to time. As you battle, your Pokémon will increase its skill level. As you increase your skill level, you can apply those skill points to whichever skills you'd like. As your skills level up, you'll get all sorts of useful advantages. Remember, you can switch out your skill points from my count. Tutorial finished. can use your Poke Gold in my town to get yourself some avatar items. In Group Match, you can join all kinds of different groups and battle with other...